Hello everyone, this is Rare Model Reviews, and I have today the RE1100 Jagd Doga Gyunei Guss. Now, straight off the bat, just want to say that this kit is my first RE 100, so this is actually kind of a big first impression for me here, and I will get to that in a second, or should I say later on in the review when I get my final verdict. But for now, we're going to start off straight away with articulation. So the head here goes side to side before it starts to get prohibited by this cable here in the neck. The arms go 360, go out right about here. This little binder here go 360. It's on a ball joint, so it like wiggles a little bit. You can see that. So it's got a decent amount of movement. The arm, it's actually not half bad. You can see that. Basically goes all the way to the shoulder there. And it's not even it being obstructed by the thruster. That's just how much it goes, but that's pretty good overall, I'd say. And I also want to mention that it has like this, I'm pretty sure you can see it there. It's like a little, kind of like a little gear type thing, so I like that. Nice little detail there. The wrist, this is also on the ball joint, so go, front, back, side to side, spin around, all that. What else do we have here? Oh, the waist, ignore that. I'll explain why that's so loose later. Waist goes side to side, kind of rocks back and forth a little bit. While we're on the topic, side armor goes up and down. It's on this weird kind of like hinge, so it kind of goes up and down a little bit. Front armor goes all the way up there. See, nice little detail side of it. I already went through that. Back armor, those both flip up. And one thing I want to mention with this kit is it has both I believe the front and the back, they're like connected by one piece, but I actually cut the middle of it where it's kind of like this little ball type segment, and this allowed them to be separated because usually they'd be connected. So that's one little neat thing you can do. Some kits I actually see, like I believe the Z Gundam, the high grade Z Gundam, that one told you in the instructions to actually cut it. But moving on, the legs, I'll move it up so you can see a little bit. They're on a peg. So this thing actually can kind of do a split. Actually, the waist armor wasn't here. Yeah, this thing can do a full-on split. So that's not half bad. We're back on the subject. Leg can go up about here. Starts to get prohibited by the front armor. Knee, actually it's like 2 points, I believe this is. So it bends here, then here. It's not too good, honestly. I was expecting a little better. Anyway. I'm not sure if this is on a ball joint or not, but the ankle here goes side to side, front, back. Can't go back too far, so if you want to pull some aerial poses, like the furthest it can go down. Decent. Was expecting a little better though. And I believe that's it for the articulation. Maybe spin around to the backpack anyway, I guess. Well, nah, this just feels like a loose thruster, really. It's not really too much articulation. Put that back on, geez. Then I'm dropping it. Technical difficulties here, excuse me. All right, actually almost forgot the arms. Yeah, the arms actually move forward and back a little bit, so that's kind of good for like shooting poses, I guess. You can get a bit of them reaching out, and geez, popped off. I guess you could kind of pull off the cross arms. Not as good as some master grades can, but it's decent. I'm gonna go in for colors a little bit, I guess, while I'm at it. As you can see with the thrusters here, these are actually all red. I circled in the insides, they're black, so that's gonna be the same for ones on the waist here as well. And the inside of the thrusters here on the backpack. This right here, these are actually parts. Red parts. I didn't paint that, if you guys are wondering. So the color separation of this kit's actually not half bad. It's roughly on master grade terms, which is what it said. It's basically, it's supposed to look good next to master grade, so color separation is not half bad. But for stickers, on the Gundam at least, there's one for the mono eye. You can make that out in there, and two for the front of the forehead here. And this thing actually has decals. A weird one is it has the decals for the eyes. I just went with the stickers. But one thing I wouldn't really be able to show you is I guess I could sort of, if you can make that out, like right here at this crevice of the eye. There's actually an indent where you could color in the eye if you wanted. So if you didn't want to use stickers, you could paint that in yourself. So that's pretty cool. It's actually like missiles here you can make out here on the binders here. You can't do anything with them, but and they're all milled in one piece, but it's still nice it has there. And another thing I want to mention is that if you make out here on binders, you can see like a groove, almost like a track. Fortunately, it's just there for detail. It can't actually move up and down. But if this thing was a master grade, I imagine that's something you would be able to do. Now going on to actually that kind of makes it better, I guess. Going on to gimmicks here. If you notice, there's like a little track in the eye right there. I don't know if I have anything on hand. Actually, hold on. See if I can maybe move that to tweezers. I actually never tried this. Because this thing has like a indent down here where you could kind of move the camera. I'm not sure if you guys can make that out. Yeah. It's gonna be kind of hard to do on camera, but you could see the well, actually, yeah, it's even better if I actually take this off. Sticker. I messed up the sticker a little bit, apparently. It's like, I think it might be like kind of bumping into the helmet, but yeah, if you notice, I just doing my finger now. There's like a little track here, so you can move the eye to a different position. I usually put it to the side so you can actually see it poking through the mask. Put that back on. Oh Lord. Now that it came out, I knew that would happen. All right. So anyway, but yeah, moving on to accessories. First and foremost, with what's on the kit, we have 6 funnels here. They're all hold on to the binder there. As you can see, I'm going to take one out. It's redundant taking the rest of them out. As you can see, this one's kind of poking out a little bit. So it has like a little mechanism here, which is really neat. So this is very master grade quality, I'll admit. And I think these might actually be the Suzabi's funnels, I've heard, but I'm not sure on that. But anyway, you push in like the little thruster here, and then, you know, it transforms. So that is really neat that it does that. And this thing is all molded in yellow and black. So nice separation there. And oh, a little flimsy, but yeah. Gotta push in the nozzle there, or pull in the back like you've seen I did there to get these things back in. Fortunately, they're a little loose sometimes. A little tricky to get them in the right spot where they lock into place or whatever, but yeah. So I'm gonna put that back in. And they hold pretty well too. I haven't had any problems with them falling out, so I wanted to mention that. Now, as you've seen with the waist armor, how these pieces kept coming out, I actually did that on purpose, but both of them can come apart, and you can see like the little detail there. Now I'm gonna actually put this thing in, because these things are really hard to take out once you push them in all the way. So I kept them loose beforehand just so I wouldn't struggle with this thing as bad. But anyway, side, you have the beam saber here / heat knife. Now again, I kept it loose just so I can get it out easier, but it's all molded in one piece. Unfortunately, it would be nice if it had some silver for the blade, but what you can do here is you could push in up the handle there, and then it comes with 2 yellow beams. It only comes with 1 heat knife, unfortunately, but again, you could put it on either side. I put it on the left side because that's where it took it out in the movie. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the hand here, because this thing has high grade style hands where you have to take the 2 pieces apart there. It has a peg in there, if you can make that out. So peg on the heat knife as well, / beam saber. get this in here. There we go. And then you just connect the two. There we go. And you put that right back in the hand. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. I'll fiddle with it later. So voila, you have the beam saber now. And it also comes with a shield. So this thing actually has a nice little thing they did here where this piece is molded into the back part of the shield. You just put the black piece over it. So it has the nice little Neo Xeon symbol there. And it's just a little peg here that goes up and down. So you just mount that right into the forearm here. It also has that same piece on the other hand, so, other arm as well. Well, knock that out. It's good. I'll leave that out. I'll take it out again later. So you mount that onto the shield. It's a little tricky getting into place. The shield is so big, and then the binders, but you can do that just fine. You can bring it out for a nice little defensive pose as well. And then, of course, we'll go ahead and get this ready in advance. I'm sure you can guess what the last accessory is. So we have the beam rifle, which I didn't realize until recently, but this thing apparently is a grenade launcher as well. I'm guessing that'd come out of here. But this thing has a few stickers. One for the camera here, and then one for this little scope. I'm guessing that is there. And I also painted some of the inserts here black, if you can make that out, just to make it pop a little more. So just like the beam saber has a peg right there, so it can fit in either arm. I'm sorry. You just put the other hand there, close it up. Oops. Put that right inside here. And voila. Now it has the beam rifle. Oh, and also this back piece here, if you can make that out, that moves various different places there, so that's cool. All right. Now, I'm going to do some size comparisons. That's actually something I realized afterwards that I missed out with my Stark Jagens review. So, I am going to bring out the high grade 144 Rigazi. As you can see, this thing is literally half its size. And then my high grade Sazabi, a little bigger, but still pretty small compared to the massive Jagd Doga. And this thing is, by the way, my biggest kit in my collection, hands down. I was like shocked when I built this thing. So we have the GM here, which is a standard size suit. And as you can see, this thing is getting dwarfed by it. And then the Banshee here, which is a master grade. And as you can see, the Banshee is a little, well, it looks bigger because of the horns, but if we're going by head height, this thing is a little smaller. But yeah, now for the final accessories, we of course have the action base adapter there. And we have these pieces here that they go on with these little rods here, and this helps make it so the funnels can be posed dynamically. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to attach this little piece here, goes right into the thruster. And then has different ways you can do this. You can either plug it into the back here, and then you would just put it into one of the holes here. And then they tell you can actually like bend this thing to get it in the like little poses here, but I'm honestly a little nervous to bend this thing too much. I don't want it to break or anything. And then there's actually a way for you to put it onto the action base itself, but unfortunately you need an action base 4. I only have a lesser version here. So this is it on the action base there. As you can see, it holds just fine. And I thank you guys so much for watching this. I'm running out of time here, but overall, this thing's a little disappointing. I feel like they could have done much better if they made it a master grade using the Geara Doga, but I'd still recommend it. Thanks for watching, guys.